Collinsville is where it's at, so when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Belleville East High School, where we're going to feature a little Kahawk soccer action tonight. Southwestern Conference style, as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the host, Belleville East Lancers. And I am Todd Duke. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Lancers Field, and welcome into the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Got a little late start for you tonight due to the homecoming parade that was held in uptown Collinsville earlier today. JV game was at 6:30 and the varsity to follow. That's where we are right now in between games. JV game just ended in a 0-0 tie, but the Kahawks thought they scored the winning goal and almost did, but about a half a second after the clock hit double zeros is when that goal went in, and the referees waved it off. So a 0-0 tie for the JVers in the first game of the day. All right, let's get you set for the varsity game. Collinsville comes into this contest with a record of 6-8-1. They are 5-3 in conference play under their eighth-year head coach Rob Lukey, who has a record now of 123 wins, 50 losses, and 7 ties. Belleville East, they come in at 2-12. They are 1-8 in Southwestern Conference play, and their coach is Ron English. He is into his 5th year and has a record of 35 wins, 44 losses, and 2 ties. Well, the Kahawks had a rough trip across the river last week when Collinsville took part in the Junior Billikens Classic with 3 games over 5 days at St. Louis University High School. The Kahawks, although they were in every game, came away winless with losses to Melville, Parkway South, and Chaminade. Since then, the Kahawks have won 2 straight matches. That started Monday night when a trip to Waterloo started on the right foot with a 4-3 non-conference win against the Bulldogs. Chris Munoz scored twice in the first half, along with Juan Carlos Doria. And Collinsville had a 3-1 lead into halftime, but Waterloo would come back and had 2 second-half goals to tie things up at 3-3 before Enrique Carranza broke up the tie with a goal with 14 minutes left. Collinsville held on for that 4-3 win. Tuesday, the winning continued with a resounding 8-1 win at Kahok Stadium. Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza had the hat trick. Vince Palmisano had 2 goals in that game. Single goals coming from TJ Carler, Tyler Hunterbrinker, and Mikey Soares. The Lancers are having a rough season here in 2024. Things got off to a good start for the Lancers when they won their season opener back on August the 26th with a win on the road against Breeze Mater Dei. Those good feelings didn't last for Belleville East, though, as the Lancers have won only 1 game since that August season opener. Belleville East would lose their next 9 straight matches, including a 5-2 loss at Collinsville High School and 2 more conference losses that needed extra time. The other win for Belleville East is their only conference win of the year, a 4-0 win at Alton back on September the 28th. Since that win, Belleville East has lost 3 straight, all via the clean sheet by the opposition. Belleville East has been outscored in those 3 matches 14-0. This, by the way, is the last game of the year for Belleville East. They don't play again until their regional play-in game that takes place on October the 18th versus Alton. So they have a bit of a layoff between tonight and their next game. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge. I will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisared lipolaser machine. The Invisared machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisared technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisared offers.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is a 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network at Belleville East High School tonight for a little Kahok soccer action, a little late Kahok soccer action as the 6:30 start belongs to the JV guys, and Collinsville's varsity team will go right after that. That's all due to the homecoming parade, and joining us now is Rob Lugie, 8th-year head coach of the Kahok soccer program at Collinsville. Did you go to the homecoming parade?
Yeah, we had a float in it. It's a wonderful event. You know, it makes it all worthwhile to be like pushing this game back so the boys can participate in it.
Kind of hard to keep everybody's focus during homecoming week. I got the same question for Colton Rhodes tomorrow night too.
Yes, it is. And, you know, it's for soccer. It's a little bit different, you know, because there's no homecoming game. We just constantly play games. But with all the events at school, yeah, it's focus is a big worry of coaches.
All right, so talk to me about the trip to St. Louis University High School in the Junior Billiken Classic. I know that you guys went 0-3, but tell me from the coach's perspective, does the 0-3 look like 0-3, or should it, or was the competitiveness there?
You know, for us, we played 3 very tough teams, and in those games, we had moments where we looked brilliant, and then moments where we didn't. You know, we struggled just giving up easy goals, you know, and we can constantly talk about that. But we had moments where we played really well and we just couldn't score. You know, it's just been frustrating when it comes to that. But, you know, we leave there. We played Saturday. We played Chaminade. We lost 2-0, but we held our own in that game, and we were able to see some good things that we were able to kind of translate into this week.
So isn't that why you schedule these kind of things over in St. Louis, because of the programs over there being the way they are?
Oh, for sure. Our schedule, there's really not a day off when it comes to our schedule, and that's the point, just to be able to kind of see where you're at and see your flaws and hope to fix them before the playoffs.
All right, well, those are approaching quickly. All right, you followed that up with a close 4-3 win at Waterloo Monday night. You had a 3-1 lead in that game, and that disappeared and went to a 3-3 game before you ended up pulling it out to win that one. So give me your perspective of the game at Waterloo.
Again, we had moments of brilliance in that game, especially like the first 15 minutes, or even the first, I think, 2 minutes. We scored 2 goals. You know, but there's always times in a game which we're fighting is where we just kind of, you know, play unlike the style that we would like to continue to play. You know, it's a couple minutes at a time here, a couple minutes at a time there, and we just give up, you know, goals that shouldn't happen. You know, luckily for us, we were able to outscore them. You know, and settle the game down after a while.
Heard that Carranza scored that eventual game-winning goal with about 14 minutes left in the game. So tell me about those final 14 minutes.
You know, it's tough. Playing Waterloo's tough because they're a pretty hard-hitting team. And we are just trying to, you know, play a game, you know, move on, get ready for playoffs. So, you know, we defended well that last 14 minutes. We were able to maintain possession a little bit more, which was great to see. And we never stopped attacking at that point, even though I really did not want to give up a goal. but it was good. It was a good game for us. It was a good test against a smaller school who's having a good year.
All right, so next up the following day was Alton, and just like the game at Alton earlier in the year, you guys won by 7 goals.
Another good showing in spurts. Like we started out slow, but then we played 25 minutes of really good soccer, scored a bunch of goals, and then started out slow again in the second half. But then Mr. picked it up again. That's just kind of the ebb and flow of our season. Is like really good, kind of slow, and the hope is to be able to put together 80 minutes of soccer as we get to next 2 weeks when it really counts.
All right, so you guys feel like you're heading in the right direction. Are you getting there?
I do feel like I've always told these boys that no matter what our record is, I feel like we're one of the best teams in the area, and people need to be prepared to play us in the playoffs. And getting good showings tonight against O'Fallon and Granite City next week will really help us out leading into the playoffs. I think we are on the rise right now.
All right, so tell me at this particular point in the season, how is the health of your team?
It's getting there. It's better than it was for about a 2-week period in the middle. Ty Sarko's fine. Sebastian Munoz unfortunately got a second concussion at the SLU tournament, so he's going to be done for a while. Connor Pickering he's walking finally, but I think he's still kind of far away from playing. But other than that, everybody's starting to come around. Just nicks and bruises, but I think every team has them at this point.
All right, what do you want to see here tonight at Belleville East?
Consistency. Being able to play a solid 80 minutes of soccer with no downtime. Being able to press as high as possible, and then when we win it, maintain possession moving forward. That's kind of our goal lately is, we're not a possession-based team, but we also don't have to freak out when we get the ball. Just maintain it for a minute if we can. Just do it in their half, and then, be creative in our runs going forward.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rob Lukey, your Collinsville Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw some starters your way and some stats if we have the time. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahok, always a Kahok. Hashtag Kahok Family.
And once again, we welcome you back here to Belleville East High School, getting ready for some boys soccer action. Collinsville taking on the Lancers, and on the other microphone, Mr. Brett Borm. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Fantastic. So you listened to the coach's comments. What do you think?
Well, it's good to hear. I haven't seen a few games. I was certainly not able to get over to the St. Louis SLU tournament, but it's good to hear that he's got players coming back. That's one thing you want to have as you inch towards the last weeks of the regular season and into the postseason. So to hear that you've got Ty Starko back starting in the lineup, to hear that you've got other players that have kind of been, nursing some injuries coming back, that's a positive sign moving towards the regionals.
Yeah, and like you said, if you get hot at the right time, I don't think anybody wants to face the Collinsville Kahawks in the playoffs.
You're exactly right. They're a dangerous team. They've proven that they can, beat the Edwardsvilles and beat some tough opponents. I think they kind of had an off night when they faced O'Fallon, which is, a formidable Southwestern Conference opponent. But they've, I think they beat. Did they beat West?
Yeah, at home, and that overtime game.
There you go. Right. I think that might have been the last game I did.
Yeah. It's the last game I did.
There you go. So it was that was a good showing. So West is still probably the one seed going into the playoffs, the team to beat. But Collinsville's proven they can hang with both of them.
Yeah, Belleville West has already wrapped up the Southwestern Conference. How about that?
Yeah, I don't know. You got a stat on that? When the last time that was?
I did. I want to say it was 2012.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I had that the last time that we played them. It's in my notes in my notebook. I'll have to grab that back out and check it out. All right, we have one final break coming your way, and when we come back, we will throw the starters for both teams your way, and we'll throw some Collinsville stats at you because that's the only stats that I have. Belleville East doesn't have stats on the STL site or Max Prep, so we'll give you some Collinsville stats when we return from a commercial break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121. Or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus,
plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
And once again, we will welcome you back here to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke, Brett Borm on the other microphone. Chris Kettler's here, manning the camera for us tonight. Glad that you are with us. I know there's lots of options out there, man. You got the baseball playoffs going on. You got Thursday night football going on. The Blues are out on the left coast. They take on San Jose tonight at 9:30. So if you're hanging out with us, we certainly do appreciate it. Lots of things going on around here in October.
Sure is.
Except for Cardinal baseball. Oops.
Got some good weather here right now.
Yeah,
too,
right now. Next week's gonna get a little chilly, but it still looks pretty nice.
Sure does.
And I'm glad everybody that I know in Florida made it through safely. My mom lives in Clearwater. She battened down the hatches. Her and her husband rode it out. They have a generator, so they didn't worry about electricity. They have hurricane-proof windows, so they had that going for them. But they did lose power and lots of wind, lots of rain. But my mom survived, and so did a bunch of my friends that I still have from down there, from my time when I lived down there. From I got out of the Army in 84 and stayed down there till 88, and then I moved back down in 90 and stayed till 95. So I got a lot of friends down there.
Yeah, that's good news about your family.
Yeah. I know that it's going to be a mess to clean up for a while, man, but especially since they were already cleaning up after Helene skirted the west coast of Florida. So hopefully they get a break as hurricane season doesn't end for another month. So hopefully that's the last one. I'm really worried about my mom. All right, Collinsville out there in the white, and the Lancers out there in not their customary powder blue or sky blue colors. They're wearing the black uniforms tonight. They got a little white down the sleeves. The numbers on the fronts and the backs are all in white. Not a lot of that sky blue color out there, is there?
No, not much to it. It's your typical Lancer blue is now black, I guess.
Yeah. I think there might be a little blue in there somewhere, but I just can't see it from here.
Yeah.
All right, JV game ended in a 0-0 tie. Collinsville thought they scored the game winner as time was running out, but the referees waved it off as they were about a half second too late to score that goal, and that game ends 0-0. We are underway, and it's been a while since I'm going to start my clock here. I'm a little tardy, but we'll be all right, only by about a few seconds. And we are underway. Collinsville will be traveling from your right to your left to start this contest off with, and obviously vice versa for the old Lancers. And the Lancers have the ball in their defensive end. They will send it on up. Collinsville beat this Lancers team earlier in the year by a score of 5-2, and that was back on September the 19th. In that game, Collinsville got 2 goals from Chris Munoz, 2 goals from Juan Carlos Doria, and Enrique Carranza also scored a goal in that contest. Braden Henson is in goal tonight. I said I was going to give you the starters and totally forgot all about it. So in front of Braden Henson, you have Vince Palmisano, Juan Carlos Doria, Mikey Suarez, Jake McIntyre, Ty Starko, Chris Munoz, TJ Carter, Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza, Dominic Mann, and Evan Wilkinson. In goal for Belleville East is Samuel Hockey. And in front of him, there you go, right off the head. Collinsville will take the lead, and the Kahawks will go up by a score of 1-0 very early on in this contest. And Ty Starko score that?
Ty Starko with the header with a beautiful service from Mikey Suarez, about 45 yards out. Beautiful service inside the 6. That's the second or third Ty Starko headball goal we've seen this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Collinsville goes up 1-0 that quick, as I was just getting ready to give the Belleville East roster. And a quick 1-0 lead, and nothing wrong with that. Let's keep it going.
Collinsville is, very fortunate here in the last few games of starting to find goals from other players. We talked about that earlier in the season. Where are the goals coming from besides Doria and Munoz? You're starting to see Rodrigo net some goals. TJ Carter net some goals. A bunch of players are starting to contribute, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, it is, especially after that rough trip across the river for 3 games in 5 days. And Collinsville tried their best, but came up short on all 3 occasions. So nice to see the win at Waterloo the other night, the big 8-1 win against Alton at home on Tuesday night, and already out to a 1-0 lead here. So I like the way the general direction that the team's heading. It's nice.
It is nice. It is nice. And I can't figure out the Alton scores. We're crushing them, and other teams are only beating them in the conference, 2-0, 3-0 if you're Edwardsville and O'Fallon. So Collinsville has the Alton number.
Yeah, especially that first game that we did at Alton.
Right.
And when Alton, they came in flying, man. They were leading the Southwestern Conference in goals at that time. And things just kind of fell apart for them against Collinsville, and apparently again on Tuesday night against the Kahawks at home. All right, your starters for Belleville East. Samuel Hockey in goal, and in front of him, Luke Bauman, Lucas Shannon, Mason Moore, Grant Stalled, Oscar Maroney, Miles Miller, Alexander Hogue, Eamon O'Reilly, Brendan Myers, and Karsten Gah are the 10 players in front of Mr. Hockey. And as soon as we get a little time, we'll pass along some of the stats for you. We can for Collinsville anyway. No stats at all for Belleville East. Braden Henson, 1,090 minutes in goal this year coming into this contest. He is 5-7-1, and he has given up 26 goals, and he's made 68 saves. So his goals against average is about 1.8, and the save percentage is right around 73%. And a save by Hockey there, and Collinsville with their second shot on goal here already. And we are just getting warmed up. Chris Munoz leads in goals for Collinsville. He has 10. Not too far behind him is Juan Carlos Doria with 8. Then you have TJ Carter with 3, and a couple of guys in there with 2. And Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza has 4 goals on the year, so he's climbing up the charts as well.
Yeah, you could definitely see Chris Munoz and Doria. They're definitely vying for some postseason accolades and awards as the season comes to an end.
Yeah.
With the numbers they're putting
header
up.
by Ty Starko has given Collinsville a 1-0 lead, and now Belleville West trying to break out. Here is Mason Moore. Moore sends it up, and then I believe that Brendan Myers just kind of took out one of the Collinsville Cats, and it looked like he almost threw him down, but I'm guessing that didn't happen, or else there would have been a whistle.
No, I saw what you saw.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from my perspective. Of course, we got to peer over these windows here. The windows here go up and down, but you can't take them out, so we have the top windows down so the camera can get out, because the tripod won't go that low. Tripod be playing some limbo. Throw in coming from the near sideline here by Lucas Shannon. He'll throw it out to midfield for his teammate Luke Bauman, and Bauman will send the ball back to Hockey. Hockey is a junior, and he'll send the ball all the way back up to midfield. Belleville East trying to answer that first goal by Collinsville. Kahawks lead 1-0 here in the early going, and now the Lancers looking for a little movement in the offensive zone. Here is Marone, and he'll send it back to the defense, and Shannon will send it forward. Collinsville intercepts the ball from there, and bringing it up is Dominic Mann. Mann had that ball picked off at midfield and then sent up by Evan Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it past the defense, and Hockey is well out of goal. Can't touch it with his hand, so he looked like he was thinking about it for a minute, didn't he?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did. He got stuck out there in no man's land, and I thought Rodrigo was going to close on him and be able to dispossess him.
Yeah. Ball down. Collinsville looking for an opportunity here, but Belleville and their defense, the Lancers defense, takes care of that possession as Collinsville tried to move it forward. And now over on the far sideline, the Lancers begin to move it forward. Up the sideline it goes, in between the benches. Lancers get it and send it back out to Moore. Moore gets in a little trouble, so back out to midfield they'll go. And right now, Belleville East can't get the ball going forward. Collinsville doing a nice job closing the open gaps and the lanes. And then it goes back to the defense. And Collinsville will send the ball back down into the offensive zone, but header will send it right back, and then off of the head of Juan Carlos Doria. Back to the defense it goes. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson sends it up past the defense, and they'll try to track it down, send it out to Hockey. Hockey will just send it all the way back. Referee right past him, and Wilkinson steps up once again and sends it up front. Palmisano, probably the leading goal scorer on the JV team, sending it up, trying to give Juan Carlos Doria a chance. Doria will tap it back over to McIntyre. McIntyre with a pass trying to approach that 6-yard box, and it just couldn't find it, and then the ball ends up going out of bounds, and Collinsville will have a throw-in from right underneath our location. Jake McIntyre will handle those responsibilities, or will he? He will not, as he will leave the field, and Dominic Mann will come in, take this throw, I believe, as Enrique Carranza checks into the game. Whose place did he take?
Starko checked out.
Okay.
He's overseeing the trainer right now. I'm not sure. He's looking at his right leg.
Yeah.
Can't tell what the injury might be.
He was a last-minute decision. I was talking to Coach. He's like, can I give you the starters after I check out Ty Starko after warm-ups? I'm like, sure. So apparently he did all right while they were warming up, but game time action is totally different than warming up.
Yep.
Here comes the Lancers. Lancers will send the ball up, and Hinson will come out all the way here to the corner of the 18-yard box and stop any further progression. 32-45 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Glad that you're with us. Game tonight and back to football action tomorrow. The homecoming football game against Marion, the final regular season home game for the football team. They'll end up the next 2 weeks on the road at Cahokia the following Friday and then at Triad after that. And we don't know if we're going to be able to bring you that Triad game. It all depends on what happens in the regional semifinal when your boys Kahok soccer team takes on Granite City. That'll be that Tuesday, and then if they win, the regional championship game will be on Friday. I don't understand why the IHSA does that.
You know what? That forces you to make tough decisions.
It does. Well, my philosophy on the Kahok Sports Network has always been playoff games take precedence over regular season contests, so I'm sticking with it. Yeah, Granite City's fault. They're like, we didn't have a home football game. Let's go ahead and schedule soccer. Yeah, because normally I think it's like Tuesday, Thursday, isn't it?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah. Here is Carranza. He'll send the ball up to Munoz. Munoz does a nice job sidestepping, and then off the backside of Oscar Marone, excuse me. And here comes Munoz, and Munoz will get taken out down in the corner of the box, but no call on that play, and then the ball ends up going in front of the Kahok bench and out of bounds. Collinsville will get to throw it in from there. Not sure if there was a warranted call on that or not. He got kind of sandwiched in between a couple of defenders, did Munoz. Here is Carter. Carter's been chipping in with some goals lately. And Munoz once again looking for a little help. Dominic Mann had his hand raised like, come on, pass it to me. Over to Mann it goes from Wilkinson. Wilkinson to the middle for Carter. Carter tried a little back heel kick trying to spring somebody in front of the 18-yard box, but it never went anywhere. And another throw in, this one by Wilkinson. Collinsville back to work. Comes out to Juan Carlos Doria. Back over to Mann. Up to TJ Carter. Carter over here on this near sideline. We'll send it back up to Doria. Doria sidesteps his defender and then puts on a couple of nice moves just outside the 18-yard box, and Belleville East will kick it out of bounds.
Looks like Ty Starko is still over there stretching and moving, trying to get loosened up. We'll see if he gets back in this match. As you know, he's an integral part of this Kahok defense.
Sure. Well, Southwestern Conference title is already out of reach, so you only have this game, and you got O'Fallon and who else next week? Granite next week. So
Granite back-to-back.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Isn't that the way that works sometimes?
Yeah.
Last regular season game against a team, and then wouldn't you know it, you're facing them in the playoffs a couple of days later. Happens all the time to the volleyball team.
I'd like to see look back at your history to see when Collinsville and Granite faced off in the playoffs. It's probably been a little while.
Yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's going to renew a good rivalry that goes back decades.
Yeah. Collinsville, one of the Collinsville players got taken out down here by the football field's 35-yard line, so the Kahawks will have a free kick from there, and the player that went down was Vince Palmisano, but he didn't stay down very long.
Clearly, Coach Lugie must like what he's been seeing out of Palmisano.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned, being a leading scorer on the JV team. Here he is now as a sophomore. Sophomore?
Yes.
A sophomore, starting here in the latter parts of the stages of the season. So he's getting quality minutes and making an impact.
Of course, Munoz with a goal after the Jake McIntyre free kick turned into a free pass. And with 29 minutes left, the Kahawks still lead by a score of 1-0. Yeah, I'll do my obviously I'll do my homework against Granite City for that last game because I'm doing both of the final games of the year. All the way out to midfield. Off of the head of Carranza over to the far sideline. Belleville East trying to give themselves a little bit of an offensive zone presence here, and they haven't spent a lot of time down there yet, which is fine with all of us who are rooting for the Kahawks. Here is Riley. Riley loses the ball. TJ Carter, he'll find it, does that little back heel kick again. This time it worked, but unable to hold on to it was Doria, and Belleville East going back to work on offense. With the ball here is Stalled. Stalled had that ball ripped away from him, but he finds it again, and then Doria sneaks behind his back, and we're going to have a timeout called. Not really sure why.
I have no idea what.
Yeah, because he ran over to the other side of the field away from where the ball was.
Yeah. Stop the clock.
Yeah.
And he was checking on that Belleville East player, but he was never down.
No.
It didn't look like an injury.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, we are back to action. 28 minutes to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Ty Starko scored in the 38th minute. And one shot on goal since then for Collinsville, but Belleville East has not had a shot on goal yet, as they've had a hard time penetrating the offensive zone.
Belleville East parents having a little.
I have no idea what that was.
Here.
I have no idea.
What's going on.
Yeah. It was entertaining, I guess. That's about as much you can say. Carranza gets it past. Is that going to be offside? Yep, that's a late call. I don't understand why they wait so long to call that.
It was close.
Yeah.
He wasn't off by much. I thought when the ball was played, there was a chance he was a step or two off, but referee confirms it.
Yeah. Just took him a while to confirm it. It was Doria already had that ball on his feet, and he was running toward the goal when finally the flag went up over on the far side. And here we are at midfield, and the Lancers, they come away with it and send it back to the defense. Here is Shannon. Shannon had that ball taken away by Doria. Doria does a nice job of stealing balls away from the opposing team, and he'll send it on up, and this one is going to stay onside. Here is Dominic Mann, a crossing pass, but no one there to get it because coming up a little late was Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza. It was better suited as a crossing pass for the Belleville Lancer that was in the 18-yard box.
It was a nice idea. If he pulls that back by about 3 to 5 feet, that's on Rodrigo's feet going to goal.
Well, that was a turnover there, and here is Doria once again. Juan Carlos Doria with a little no-look pass that even surprised Dominic Mann. Mann sends it back to the defense, and the defense will send it back up to Doria, who kind of had that one trickle off the bottom of his foot. So Belleville East will take over, and here is Stalled once again. Back out to midfield. And into the circle it goes for Marone. Up the sideline, and that one's going to end up going out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for the Kahawks. 25-45 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Ty Starko with an early goal for the Kahawks. And he's still over there stretching.
Yep. Has not entered the match, and I'm kind of with you. Until East shows that they're going to be a threat, don't push him.
Yeah.
And let's just save him for the O'Fallon game or the Granite match.
Yeah, got O'Fallon on Tuesday and Granite on Thursday, so no really need to push him. And like I said, the Southwestern Conference already been decided, so Collinsville unable to win that one for the second year in a row. And, if you're going to make a push into playoffs, you need all your guys healthy. Throw in coming up here from Dominic Mann. Mann, he's the only freshman that is on the roster, I believe. I still have Gage Hensley and Marvin Chacon written down because I didn't get the updated roster in time for this game. So
I believe Chacon played the other night against Alton. I heard Zach call his name a few times.
yeah,
Put him through. There it is.
there you go. And
He was on.
onside and a shot that goes just wide. And it was offsides anyway. Another late call by the referee over there on the far side. But a nice try there.
I don't even think he raised his flag until the ball hit the goalpost and went wide.
Yeah.
But to me, it looked like a very well played ball by Mann, through pass.
Yeah.
Is that Hunter Brinker?
Hunter
up top?
Brinker, yeah.
Hunter Brinker enters the match. Started out the season as a defender. Now he's been playing as a midfield forward.
Hockey sends the ball back out to midfield. Collinsville, they get there first off of the head of Wilkinson, then off of the head again of Dominic Mann. And now a loose ball. Wilkinson gets it, but banks it right off of one of the Lancer players. Collinsville still stays with it. Back out to the midfield logo it goes, and kicked forward by Stalled. Collinsville, they'll get a hold of it first, though, and here is Giovanni Mann. Mann trying to send it up to spring a teammate. Couldn't do it. Ran into a couple of defenders over there. And now here comes Chris Munoz with a head of steam, but forgot to take the ball with him. Actually got knocked off of his foot by one of the Lancer players. Now that's off of Carter, and here is Wilkinson once again. Wilkinson almost stepped on the ball trying to save it and gets it right back. And Wilkinson with a little back heel kick over to Doria. Doria doing a nice job getting rid of his defender, but still stepping up was Marone, and he gets it back to his teammate Riley. Riley sends it over to the far side of the field. Lancers trying to look for a little bit of offense. They haven't had a lot so far here in this first half. And we are 17 minutes in. And the Lancers have yet to register a shot on goal. Throw in coming from the end of the Kahawks bench by the Lancers. Throw in comes right back to where it was, and the guy who made the throw in gets the ball on his feet. Now he tries to move forward. Collinsville intercepts once again, and out toward midfield to Doria to Munoz. Munoz will send the ball up. He's got a good eye, and he finds Dominic Mann, but Mann couldn't quite get there in time because Lucas Shannon kind of covered that ground quickly. Lancers with the ball on defense. Now a couple of defenders kind of looked at each other and had the ball going between them, so they'll just send it back to Hockey. And Hockey will send the ball over to the other corner of the 18-yard box, then up the sideline. And Lancers trying to push the ball back into the offensive zone once again, but that gets rejected, so Hockey will take another shot and out toward the middle of the offensive zone for Collinsville.
I really like the pressure Collinsville is putting defensively on these Belleville East Lancer defenders. They're on them every time they make a pass. Collinsville's not giving them any room to move, any room to make a pass or move the ball forward. They're right on tight, shirt tight.
21 and a half minutes to go, and 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Goal early in the contest, the 38th minute. I guess technically it'd be the 39th minute. 38 and some change left.
That was pretty early.
Yeah, it was. First, minute and 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's an early strike. That's what you need.
Yeah. Well, the Blues did the other night. Scored 3 goals in a minute 50 seconds.
Uh-oh.
There's Carter with a nice stop and tries to get back in there and get a kickoff, but he couldn't finish up as he was closed down upon quickly by one of the Lancers defenders. Now all the way down it goes, and coming out. Is he going to come out? No, he's going to back up a little bit. Henson was like, oh, do I come out? Do I not come out? Do I come out?
That ball did not pick up any pace as it was coming back to him at all.
No. And all the way back out, and it rolls all the way down to Hockey. That ball's traveled a long distance.
Yeah.
Hockey wears number 0 on his jersey. Braden Henson wears number 30 on his, which is strange. Most of the time you see goalies, they wear 0.
0. I was 1.
Yeah.
And then you'll see a 30. He's offsides
yeah,
again.
big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Rodrigo this time. Collins has got to do a better job of checking their shoulders.
He was like 15 yards off sides.
Yeah, Collins has got to do a better job of checking those shoulders. Belleville East defenders are stepping up and causing Collinsville to go off sides.
Yeah, that's like 3 of them now.
Yep.
Back to hockey right in front of the 18-yard box. He'll send it over here to this near side sideline for Lucas Shannon. Shannon. Hockey? You think he likes hockey?
I bet it's spelled differently.
Haake. Hockey. But, why not play some soccer if your last name's Hockey?
There you go, TJ. Nice moves to get out of danger.
Yep, Carter over to Carranza. And Carranza will send the ball over here to Wilkinson. Wilkinson back up to Carter. And nice little move there by Carter to keep control of the ball. And then a little chip. And an opportunity here for Collinsville. Here is Hernandez Mendoza. Almost got taken off of the ball. Sends it back over to Dominic Mann. Mann was trying to thread the needle to get somebody up there. Now across. And he didn't get enough of it. It kind of just trickled along that baseline down there. The end line. And then all the way over to Munoz. Munoz travels forward. Puts on he was going to try one of those rocket shots. Yeah, he was. He was going to try one of those rocket shots, but he found a piece of flesh there belonging to the Belleville East Lancer defender, and that slowed the ball down, and hockey didn't have any problem stopping that one. He'll send the ball all the way back out to midfield over on the far sideline, and it'll go in between the benches, and Coach Rob Lugge had to bend down and use his hands for that one.
That's one thing about Munoz, man. He's not afraid to hit full send on his shots.
Collinsville throws the ball in all the way up line, but the Lancers will send it back off of a header. Then it pops up again off another header, and this time the ball bounces right to Coach Lugge. He didn't have to bend down for that one. Another throw in, and again, met with a header by the defender for Belleville East. Out to midfield it goes. Nice job
nice
there
ball.
for Collinsville getting it up, but that ball had a little bit too much steam on it, and then rolls all the way to hockey, and hockey was getting ready to do a little bowling, but thought better of it because Hernandez Mendoza was right there. Now he'll throw it down. We're a little over halfway through this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Very early goal by Ty Starko, who has yet to come back into this game. He's still over there stretching out and stuff like he wants to get back in.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Most kids want to.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the game progresses. Maybe he waits till halftime.
Yeah. Lancers throw in right towards the end of the Collinsville bench on the far side. Did you ever notice that when I do soccer games, the play always takes place on the far side of the field? I cannot see numbers that far away. Goal kick restart coming up here for Henson. 16:50 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And out toward midfield it goes. The volleyball seeds came out today, so the Lady Cahoks will see that soccer schedule come out.
Offsides again, both of them.
We'll see the volleyball schedule come out tomorrow. Collinsville ended up being the number 6 seed. And back to Henson it goes. Collinsville hosting volleyball regionals this year.
Nice.
Yeah. So is Edwardsville, aren't they? Yeah, and they're going to have to play at a middle school because that gym floor's all messed up. So I don't know.
At the high school, gym's messed up?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
They got some kind of floor problems. Apparently there's some water underneath the floor, and it's buckling the floor and causing all kinds of problems. They're talking about even boys and girls basketball season is going to be affected by it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So I've got a boys game and a girls game circled on my schedule to do later, but if it's at the middle school, I'm not going to do. They had a big write-up in some publication about how there's no place to broadcast from in any of the middle schools that they're going to be using. So if that's the case, we're not going to be able to bring you games from Edwardsville this year.
They might have to just redo the whole floor.
They might, but they got to find out where the water's coming from first.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to figure out the problem before you can create a solution for it. Free kick for Collinsville coming up from about 40 yards away. 15 minutes and some change left, and instead of another free kick, they'll pass it over to Munoz. Munoz outside the far edge of the 18-yard box comes into the corner and puts one toward the goal, but it ends up going well wide over on the near side post.
Belleville East doing a good job of staying tight on Chris Munoz. He's just wanting to get that one touch out in front of him where he can wind up and hit that left-footed cannon, which he did, just missed wide.
Yeah. Collinsville making a couple of more substitutions.
Munoz checks out. Carter checks out.
Mikey Ortiz comes into the game. And Jake McIntyre back into the game. Here is Hernandez Mendoza. He'll send the ball up right in front of the box. Collinsville trying to work with it. And onto the foot of Giovanni Mann it goes, but no shot toward the goal. Collinsville regroups and will send it on over to Mikey Ortiz, who just came into the game. And Ortiz turns the ball over, but Carranza finds it. And now back out to midfield. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson sends the ball up to Juan Carlos Doria, who in turn sends it over here to Dominic Mann. Trying to return the favor back to Juan Carlos Doria, but stepping in front of that play was Lucas Shannon. He intercepted that ball, and now Belleville East trying to find themselves a little offense, which has been hard for the Lancers to come by here in this first half. Back into the 18-yard box it goes for Henson. 13:40 left to play here in this first half. Right now, a goal scored with about a minute 20 expired in this first half has stood the test so far. Sure that Collinsville would like to have more. Here's an opportunity for Belleville East, but they're not going to get there before that ball travels across the end line. And it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Braden Henson.
Since that Kahok goal, Collinsville's not had a whole lot of real scoring opportunities.
No, they had one more shot on goal, and that's been it.
And I believe, if I recall, the last time we did this game against East, Collinsville was just shelling East left and right.
Yeah, that's a game that you and Zach Roseman did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was doing a volleyball game that night. Carranza couldn't keep the ball traveling in the right direction. Belleville East sends it back down, but not out of bounds. The Collinsville defense takes over, sends it up that far sideline, and ends up going out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for Belleville East. All the way over in front of the Kahok bench, and now it'll belong to Collinsville. Gorgeous night. Half moon shining above us.
Beautiful soccer weather.
Yeah. It was a little chilly outside last night at Washer League. We have one more week now. We had the championship match last night, but the team that has already lost once won last night, so one more time, the two teams that played last night will play next Wednesday for the championship.
Ooh. High stakes?
High stakes, man. Yeah, the first place team gets like $560.
Okay.
Yeah. My team finished in 5th place this year. We got 105. Hey, you know, had to split that up between 4 people. It didn't last very long. I already spent that money.
That's probably
I bought a Lamborghini.
A few buckets of beers.
Yeah, I bought a Lamborghini.
Okay.
Hot Wheel Lamborghini. Here is the ball right in front of the box, and Collinsville gets it out of there before Belleville East could register their first shot on goal, and there goes a ball into the night sky and out past the football uprights. Football, Marion coming to town tomorrow. We'll have that game for you on the Kahok Sports Network. We'll be on the air at 6:30 with pregame coverage. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. 3-3 Collinsville versus 4-2 Marion.
Ooh. So it could be a contest.
It could be, but Collinsville beat Marion last year like 57-0.
Okay. Wow.
But Marion, I don't know. Hard to tell. I was looking at their schedule and our schedule, and, they beat Mount Vernon. We lost to Mount Vernon. They lost to Centralia. We beat Centralia. So, yeah, tough to figure out this year. Collinsville trying to pick up their 4th win in the football season, and 5 wins usually guarantees you a playoff spot. Last few years, 4 wins have gotten some teams in, so
wow.
It's important for Collinsville to get that 4th win and then try for that 5th win. Going to be tough. Cahokia and Triad the last 2 games of the year. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Triad's still undefeated. And I think Cahokia's only lost once.
Wow. Okay.
Out of bounds it goes as we approach 10 minutes left to play here in this first half. Collinsville will get a throw in, and it'll be Dominic Mann, I think. Nope, Juan Carlos Doria standing on the sideline as Dominic Mann will go out. TJ Carter will come in and take his place. And they're going to let TJ throw the ball in. Carter looking around. Throws it up, and that one goes all the way over to the far, far corner where some young lady just stepped out of the way of the ball instead of stopping it and giving it back to him. Okay, you're out of bounds over there, dear, so it's okay. You could touch the ball. Here is Hockey sending us back to work. He'll send it over here to this near side sideline to Lucas Shannon. Shannon will send it back even deeper to the defense for Mueller. And then poked up there by the Lancers, and they'll continue that push up midfield, but Collinsville intercepts. Over on the far side, Giovanni Mann with it, and then back out to midfield it goes. Then a ricochet off of the shins of one of the Lancers players will send it back over to midfield. And now the Lancers look for a little push. Riley will send it back to Shannon. Shannon sends it over to one of his defensive partners. Got a guy with blue shoes on. Got a guy with green shoes on. Here is a nice pickoff pass by Munoz. He comes into the side of the 18-yard box, and then that ball gets taken out of bounds, and Collinsville will have the first corner kick of this game. That's hard to believe we haven't had a corner kick yet.
It was a nice toe poke by that Lancer defender
Yeah.
just to get that ball off Munoz's foot as he was winding up for a shot.
Munoz going to take this corner kick, and it's on the way. Line drive shot in front and right into the hands of Hockey. Off of the head, I believe, of Carranza. And, oh, boy, that went right to
Right in his
the
hands.
goalkeeper. Yep.
He didn't have to move.
Nope.
It's a well-struck ball, well-struck header, just right in the breadbasket of Hockey.
We approach 8 minutes left to play here in this first half. Don't forget we have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Volleyball is in action tonight at home against Granite City. Zach Roseman doing that game on the Kahok Broadcast Club Students Network. So if we have any final from that, we will let you know. They got a late start, too, because they were also obviously in the homecoming parade, as are all of the sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try to update you on that. I'm sure we'll have a NFL score to pass along to you. The Blues don't get underway till 9:30, so we won't have anything from San Jose. And, of course, the baseball playoffs are still going on. Mets beat the Phillies last night to wrap up that series. So the Mets become the first team to move on to the National League Championship Series. Or is it the Division Series? Championship Series,
NLCS,
yeah.
yeah.
NLCS, yeah. I'll await the winner of the game between San Diego and Los Angeles.
Is that Starko entering the match again over there? Can you tell that just came in on that right
I
side?
can't see the number, but he looks like the build. Throw-in comes in to Juan Carlos Doria, I believe. Here is Munoz. Munoz cuts into the 18-yard box, tries to put a shot on goal, but it hits one of the legs of one of the defenders and kind of bounces to Hockey.
That might be the freshman man over there. I can't tell number-wise.
No.
No, it looks like Ty.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a 10?
Nope, that's not. That's 22.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the freshman.
Yeah.
Those two are built very
Yeah.
similar, you know?
Yeah. No, I think Starko's still standing up down there at the end of the bench.
Yeah, okay.
He's pretty much been standing there the whole time, stretching his legs. If he's not going to come back in, you'd figure you'd sit down.
Right. He's probably like, look at me, coach.
Look at me, I'm standing. Here's Collinsville again with a little offensive zone time, but not anymore as the whistle blows. It's a foul against Collinsville, so the Lancers will have a free kick. And that free kick is on the way over to the far sideline, right in front of Collinsville's head coach, Rob Lugie, and then it goes into the bench. All right, by Sidney Carroll.
Coach Sid.
Brady O'Neill is going to come up and join us in the post-game show. Out to midfield it goes, off of the chest of Miles Mueller. Collinsville trying to corral it. They do so.
A good ball.
And they'll send it up, and that was not offside.
Nope.
So if Juan Carlos Doria, and the goalie comes in and just takes Juan Carlos Doria down.
He comes in,
and
cleans up.
that is going to be a penalty. No card.
Hang on, something's coming.
Maybe.
He doesn't stop the clock if there's no card being issued.
Yeah, yellow card against Hockey, so Hockey's going to have to come out of the game. Boy, I tell you what, he just kind of came in there with arms up and right into the chest of Juan Carlos Doria.
I think he could have been if he's if he is the last quote unquote last defender, and I couldn't tell if there was somebody else behind the goalkeeper, but yeah, that would be worthy.
So the backup, you can't kick the ball yet, man. You're going to end up getting a yellow card.
Chris.
I know.
Chris trying to pull a Landon Mahat from a few years ago where they were setting up, Edwardsville was setting up a wall, and he played the ball. Referee didn't blow his whistle. It wasn't required, and we scored.
Noah Schaefer, the JV goalie, and the backup goalie on the varsity side will come in. He had a pretty good JV game. He made a number of saves as that game ended in a 0-0 tie. All right, now I think the referee is ready. And the ball to the front of the box, and that's about as far as it got.
A little pooch kick.
Comes back out to Munoz. Munoz with his head up, looking, trying to put on a move. He's triple teamed, so that didn't work out very well. 5 minutes to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Dominic Mann. He'll just poke the ball back over to Braden Hinson. Hockey standing over there waiting to come back in at the next opportunity, which might be now. No.
It's got to be it's got to be their possession. It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Back over to Collinsville, and here is Munoz once again. Cuts across the Lancers logo. Sends the ball up, but sends it up too hard. And Schaefer takes care of it on one bounce. 4:20 to play here in the first half of this one. Very early goal by Ty Starko has given Collinsville the lead, and that's where we stand. There's a ball that's chipped into the 18-yard box. Schaefer once again will get it on one hop. And he sends it back out to midfield. Takes a Lancers bounce, but Carter's got it the whole way. And he'll tap the ball back over to Hinson. Uh-oh.
Offsides again.
I'm not looking at my thing here, and I'm just about, I'm almost off the air. Well, I'll try to move that up there. Usually moving it will help. Come on. Wonders of modern day technology. I got the scoreboard up, so I haven't been paying attention, but I looked down at my phone and saw the choppiness going on there, and nothing seems to be working right now. Well, there is a router box down there. I'm thinking about grabbing the cord out and plugging it in because no matter where I move this hotspot, it's just not working right now.
Glitching?
Yeah, we don't see that little red right there. That means it's not doing very well. That's supposed to be green.
Oh, okay.
And you can tell by looking at the phone, things have frozen. I've never had this happen so much as it has this fall. So 2.5 minutes to go. We will wait until halftime to see if we can make a switch over and see if we can plug it into that router. Because right now, nothing I'm doing seems to be working here.
Dominic Mann had a great opportunity to play the ball to Chris Munoz to go 1v2 into the offensive half, and he just didn't see it. He did not see that play developing.
No, man, I mean, it's not even moving at all. Normally when I move the hotspot, it will at least correct itself for a second and then maybe go back down into the red, but it's not doing anything like that. We have 1:50 left to play here in this first half, so once we start playing some commercials, we'll see if we can whip out the old Ethernet cord and see if we can hook up to the router box that's in the press box up here.
There's a call you don't see very often, a foul throw.
A foul on a throw.
Well, it's an illegal throw.
Yeah.
Not over the head properly.
All right. Minute 20 left to play here in this first half. No wonder I'm losing viewers. I was up over the 20s, and now I'm down to 11, and people are like, I can't watch this. I don't blame them. We'll try to rectify that situation here at halftime. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I can access it or not. Yeah, that one barely getting any signal. Mine says I got great signal, but apparently it lies.
No, but that's talking about the signal from
Yeah.
thing to the computer, not necessarily the signal that.
All right, 38 seconds left. We'll get it figured out.
Foul? He was just defending. That was a dumb call.
That happens every once in a while.
He was literally just making him go backwards. There was no foul. I didn't see any contact.
Ball gets thrown in. And with 10 seconds left, ball kind of at midfield. TJ Carter will take care of it and send it back to the defense. And back out to midfield it goes. And that's pretty much going to do it for the first half of this contest. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville on a goal by Ty Starko. And right now we're going to welcome you into the halftime show brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems, give them a call at their Collinsville office, 618-708-4055. We'll try to rectify the connectivity issue and also at the same time try to find some scores to pass along to you. And we'll do all that next. Woods Basement System halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit BenjaminFEdwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahok Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing.
Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahok Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joe Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. And we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. We have plugged into the router here. It's kind of going back and forth, but I think we're a little better off than we were with the hotspot. So bear with us, and hopefully we can get through the rest of this game. And here is a look at your scores. We'll begin with the NFL at halftime. The San Francisco 49ers leading the Seattle Seahawks by a score of 16-3. Volleyball action from Collinsville earlier. Collinsville takes care of business over Granite City, 25-19. And 25-12, and a couple of soccer finals for you because we have the late game of the night as Belleville West takes care of Edwardsville by a final score of 2-1, and Triad down Waterloo by a score of 2-0. So that's excuse me, all we have for you on the Woods Basement System halftime show as we spent more time trying to get hooked up here to the internet. So we apologize. We couldn't get you more than that, but at any rate, we'll be back half number 2 coming your way right after our timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans, plus VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
And we welcome you back here to Belleville East, and we have plugged into the router box up here in the box, but we're still kind of waving between green, yellow, red, and green, yellow, red, and hopefully we will stay on the air a little bit better than we did the first time, but we are ready to go, and I don't think we can do anything more than that, man. I mean, the hotspot doesn't work, and then the Ethernet cord doesn't work. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
All right, Collinsville and Belleville East back at it as we are underway here in this second half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And Collinsville now traveling from left to right on your screen.
It would appear Ty Starko is done for the night.
Yeah. So Collinsville out shooting Belleville East in that first half. 2 shots on goal. One of them went in. And the other one, which wasn't too long after the goal was scored, did not go in, and that was all of the shots on goal for the rest of that first half.
Yeah, not much offense for either side in that first half, minus the first couple minutes of the first half.
Belleville East did not have a shot on goal. Collinsville had one corner kick, and that didn't result into much of anything either. And here we are, second half action. Collinsville and Belleville East. Belleville West already beat Edwardsville tonight, 2-1. So the Maroons keep on rolling, man.
Yes, they do.
I think they only have the one Southwestern Conference loss, and that was against us.
And first one of the year.
Yeah, only one of the year.
Yep.
They may have one more Southwestern Conference game left. I'm really not sure. I know Collinsville, we've got the O'Fallon game Tuesday. So that might have been their last one. This is the last one for Belleville East.
Belleville West.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Hockey back in goal after being served a yellow card late in that first half. Could be. That takes up some time, man. 3 games in a tournament over a 5-day period will cause that to wreak havoc on your schedule a bit. Of course, Collinsville missing 1 game on their schedule. They could never make up the season opener that they lost when they were Columbia. Yeah, they made up the Triad game, but they couldn't make up the Columbia game. There is a ball right in front. So Collinsville, once again, Collinsville did have the majority of the offensive zone time.
They did.
In that first half, but just couldn't turn it into much.
Yeah, not much offensive, pressure at all.
Yeah. But the Kahawks continue to push, and right now they lead 1-0. You'd like to see the Kahawks get at least one more goal to have a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I mean, Belleville East was able to score 2 against us in
Yeah.
in the match at home, so anything's possible.
And that one's rejected as it was thrown into the box. Got lucky over there, man. That ball bounced off the top of the fence, or that was going to go over across the way into the whatever that is over there. Is it a bank or a credit union?
Yeah, we lost 1 ball over there already today.
Yeah. Almost into the Scott Credit Union parking lot over there. Goal kick restart coming up here for young Mr. Samuel Hockey, a junior goalkeeper for Belleville East. By the way, their backup, Noah Schaefer, who had to come in after Hockey was issued that yellow card, is also a junior. So both of those guys will be back next year. As will our goalkeeper, Braden Hinson.
1 more year.
Yeah. That ball bounces all the way down. Hockey had to come out. Almost ran into some problems, and then he does. And now we're going to have a, I thought he blew the whistle.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't either, but he was pointing down at the ground.
Motioning, yeah.
Yeah.
Hockey hesitated and then really caused himself some problems.
Yeah. Caused himself some problems when he came way out of the 18-yard box earlier, too. Then he ended up kind of a 2-hand shove of Juan Carlos Doria that earned him a yellow card. Very well could have been a red card. Yeah.
For them, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Very good observation.
Here is TJ Carter trying to bring it up. I need to find a way to hook up a third microphone. Chris Keller is always talking to us, and he doesn't have a microphone.
Well, he's always giving us really good information
I
and
know.
making us look smart, though.
Well, I know.
You know?
Yeah. That's because Chris Keller knows everything. He's got the memory like an elephant. Me, on the other hand, I'm like Dr. Sam Beckett on Quantum Leap. I got Swiss cheese memory. Here is Juan Carlos Doria trying to wrestle the ball away. Couldn't do it. Goes all the way out to midfield, and Munoz will try to pop it up. Boy, he saw Doria coming up that sideline. He was ready to spring him. Off of the chest of Bauman for Belleville East, and Bauman then couldn't hold on to it. Collinsville will get a throw in from just underneath our location. It'll be handled by TJ Carter, who throws it down the line, trying to get Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza on a little bit of a run, but that'll take Hockey misplayed that one, miskicked it.
Yep.
Yeah, he swung that foot out there and it hit the bottom of his shoe instead of the toes.
That could have gone under his cleats.
Yeah.
It's been a nightmare.
Over to the back defender over there. I believe that's Miles Mueller. And Collinsville intercepts from there. Back over to Vince Palmisano. Palmisano leaves the ball over on the far side. Munoz got taken off the ball by one of the defenders, and then a collision there will result in a free kick for Belleville East, and the Lancers try to work it upfield, but they can't do it. It got stopped at midfield. Collinsville is not allowed the Lancers a lot of any, really, offensive zone time.
Braden Henson's touched the ball 2 or 3 times at most.
Why didn't they go back down to the small screen there?
Mikey Suarez taking the throw.
And up the sideline it goes. Popped up again, and then a little bicycle kick by the Lancers, but it ends up going out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw in from in front of their bench. Now I'm just constantly looking down at my phone, making sure that I'm still on. I don't know what that's all about. You can check yours. Excuse me. And all right. I'll leave that for later then. Oh. Okay. That could have waited till after we were done. Out of midfield it goes, and here is Munoz. We get text messages while we're doing a game.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I don't doubt
well,
it.
it's from Zach Roseman. Zach Roseman knows we're doing a game. Here's out to midfield, and it's Gah. He'll send it over to the far side, and some offensive zone time here for the Lancers. That ball is going to end up going across the end line. It'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Collinsville. That was probably the best pressure. that Belleville East has had all game.
And it wasn't much.
No. Braden Hinson will throw it back in. David Santiari is the backup goalkeeper for Collinsville, and him and Hinson split time the other night against Alton. And I have not seen our backup goalkeeper yet. He's been into a couple of them. Matter of fact, he comes into tonight's game with 130 minutes under his belt, so he's been in a few. But I am sure that down the stretch here, the final 2 games of the year, Coach Lugie wants to make sure that Hinson stays nice and warmed up and ready to go.
Oh, I would think so.
That ball goes out of bounds at the end of the Belleville East bench. And a throw in from there coming up for Collinsville. And we'll throw it back to the defense, and we'll start that push down field, and that begins with a nice long kick off of the head of Hernandez Mendoza, but no one home for Collinsville, so the defense for Belleville East takes care of it, and all the way back over to Mueller. Mueller will send the ball up to Moore. Moore all the way over to the far side in front of the Collinsville bench, and then back out to midfield, and Carranza with that big body steps right in front of a player. I wouldn't want to hit him.
No.
Here is TJ Carter. Carter will poke the ball back to Carranza, and Carranza will send it downrange off of the head of one of the defenders. I believe that was Bauman, if I'm not mistaken. Back out to midfield we go, and a little grab by Doria on the young man who had possession of the ball for East. Will turn into a free kick, but from the other side of midfield here for the Lancers, and this one will be taken by Luke Bauman.
Seemed a little ticky-tack to me.
Yeah, he did grab him, but didn't grab him enough to pull him down, just slowed him down a little bit. That one goes all the way down in front of the 18-yard box, but never makes it into the box. As the first 10 minutes have expired here in the second half, and right now the Ty Starko goal that was scored a minute and 20 seconds into this contest still stands. Here are the Lancers trying to make sure it doesn't. Stalled, lost control of the ball, finding it was Giovanni Mann, and Mann comes up. There's a nice pass over to Hernandez Mendoza, turns the corner, tries to put on a shot, he does, and that's in, and a goal by Collinsville, and there's the breathing room that we needed.
It was a great through ball by Giovanni Mann into Rodrigo Hernandez's running path. I thought Rodrigo was going to cut it back into pressure where they had 2 men inside the 18-yard box to defend him. He just was able to get a touch, shot on goal, 2-0.
2-0. There's that little bit of breathing room that I was asking for.
Rodrigo's putting up some goals for Collinsville, and that's a good sign as we head into these playoffs.
Yeah, that's his 5th.
Yeah, we need more players that can score when they start taking out Munoz and Doria and start man-marking into these playoffs.
Yeah. Ty Starko's first half goal, by the way, was his 3rd. And Collinsville going back on it. Here is Giovanni Mann. Yeah, he knows how to use that one, doesn't he? Mann will end that ball going over to the end line, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Samuel Hockey.
And the one thing I like about Rodrigo is that kid never gives up. He is constantly applying pressure to those 3 or 4 backs of Belleville East or whoever he's facing. He just constantly putting pressure on the defense.
Looks like we've got a nice steady signal going on now here, so we should be good for the rest of this game. Whistle on the play. 28:50 left to play here in this second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahok's trying to improve that conference mark now out to 6-3. Still pretty respectable, but kind of hard to beat Belleville West with that. And they beat Edwardsville tonight, so they ended up at 9-1 in conference play this year. Here is Wilkinson. Wilkinson will be a little busy next month. Basketball season gets underway.
He doesn't get much break, does he?
Nope. We will have a small break, but not much because hockey season starts early. November 3rd is the first hockey game, and I believe we have the first 5 games on the schedule because
nothing else going on.
Nothing else going on until bowling and basketball gets underway.
Do you do bowling?
I do.
I didn't know that.
I try to do 3 girls games and 3 boys games every year, but I think this schedule It's not going to cooperate with me. I'm going to do 3 boys and 2 girls.
How do you call a bowling game?
I stand on a chair.
Okay.
And then I call bowling like they do on ESPN.
Okay.
At least I try.
I'm gonna have to come watch that just to see what that's all about.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy the bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long time, though. It's a long day. It's usually like 3 hours standing on a chair. And I got to shuffle my feet back and forth every once in a while, or else the legs lock up on you.
Is it like 3 frames or 3? How many?
Yeah, 3 games.
3 games.
Yeah. 3 games, and you switch alleys, lanes. You switch lanes after each of the 5 players throw. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many players are on a team?
I've enjoyed doing it. 5.
So all 5 play in each game?
Yep. Yep.
That
So
could take all day.
It takes, like I said, it takes about 3 hours.
Gosh.
Gets underway at about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I usually don't get out of there. Usually ends about 6:30, but after I do my post game and put all my equipment away, I'm usually out of there about 7.
Okay. Clearly, you can tell I've never been to a high school bowling match.
Yeah. It's a lot
Is it
of
a
fun.
match? Is it a
Yeah,
game?
it's a match.
Is it a match?
Yeah.
A bowling match.
Yeah. Point system. You get points for wins. You get points for head-to-head wins, and you get points for team wins.
We got to find a way to do golf.
Yeah, Dr. Chris McCluskey was saying that too. He even showed me a picture of his generator. He's like, we can put this generator in a golf cart and we can just travel. I'm like, but the camera just would be horrible because
Yeah.
you would actually you obviously would have to stop and then do that. But while you're in between holes and you're traveling to the next one, you can't just go off the air and come back
you
on.
can't. You're right.
So it'd be like bouncing all over things, and
Yeah.
it would be kind of. I would love to, believe me, because I love golf.
But you know what? You might get some viewers for that. Just that's out of bounds.
No, it did not. Here is T.J. Carter outside the 18-yard box, putting on a couple of nice moves. Still have the ball in his possession. Looking for a little bit of help.
Get it off.
Trying to think about a crossing pass instead of a shot, but he just really couldn't find any open area.
He did everything right, but get the service off.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 3 opportunities to get the cross off.
Yeah.
No offense, TJ, but it was great moves. Look good.
Yeah. Stylish. Style points. Out to one of the Lancer defenders, and they'll bring it up. Actually, that is Mason Moore. He is the senior, and looked like for a while he was playing defense, and then he ended up coming up and being a forward. So 25 minutes to play here in this second half. You can tell it's past my bedtime.
Definitely going to be past mine by the time I get home.
Yeah. No school tomorrow for the kids. It is an in-service day. Madison County and their Board of Education has given everybody in the county the day off as far as students go, but us teacher folk, we got to go to work and go take some classes and some seminars. But it'll be a early day for us, too.
That's a nice ball by Enrique.
Yeah,
Wow.
on the side of the corner of the box all the way up, and as Belleville East ends up coming up with it, all the way up to Bauman. Bauman sends the ball into the middle for Moore. So the kids get a 4-day weekend. Columbus Day on Monday, no school.
Ah. That's why my kid might come home this weekend. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Here is Carter. TJ sends it off into the middle, and Munoz will pop it up. Trying to chase it down is Palmisano, and Palmisano does a couple of somersaults.
I didn't see no contact.
Nope.
That was shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. And up the far sideline it goes. Wilkinson uses his head to get it down. Now here is Munoz. He'll poke the ball up to Mann, and Mann trying to find Palmisano, and he found Doria instead, but Doria couldn't complete the task. Now over to Mikey Suarez. There's a name I haven't called much tonight. Nice move. Collinsville brings the ball up, and is that going to be offside?
yeah.
It sure is. Yeah.
They're pulling a nice trap back there where they're watching their shoulders and stepping right at the right time.
Yeah.
Every time the ball's played in.
Now over here on this near side sideline. Throw in coming up here for the Lancers. I do have a way to get a third microphone hooked up to this thing, but I don't know where it is right now. My wife did all kinds of rearranging downstairs, and I don't know where she put it. Yeah, I know. Well, I got a different setup now. I don't have that wireless thing anymore. I got a splitter that goes into here. So it has 2. Which will probably bring down some of the volume. That ball goes across the end line, so it's going to be a goal kick restart coming up here for Braden Hinson. 22 and a half minutes to play here in this second half. We get off topic a lot, don't we?
We do. That's okay, though.
I know. That's it kind of lends itself to some of these soccer games, though, especially when play's kind of jammed up here in the middle of the field.
Speaking of off topic, I saw our own Adam Reiniger netted 2 goals at McKendree University over the weekend.
Nice.
Yep. He's finally earning some significant minutes, and I think he even started this weekend and had 2 goals. So
well, he is just a freshman.
He is just a freshman, 100%. But I knew it was a matter of time before he'd earn his minutes.
Yeah, I know.
And he got in there.
That's a raw deal, man. You go through all that 4 years of high school, and you finally make it to be a senior, and you're like big man on campus, and then you go to college, and you're like, guess what? You got to start all over again.
All over. You're a nobody.
Yep. Here is Carranza. Carranza will send the ball up, but that's intercepted by Belleville East. Lancers, again, have not had a lot of offensive zone time. Credit to Collinsville's defense for that, because they have not allowed the Lancers much past midfield at all here. That ball rolls up, and we're going to have a foul. That's going to be
I don't see it.
Called against Dominic Mann for a little bit of holding. Wasn't much, though.
No. Certainly not worth a call.
No. It is soccer. There is going to be some body contact. Luke Bauman will take the free kick from midfield all the way over here on this near sideline. He sends it down in front of the box. Carranza gets the first leg on it, sends it all the way back out to midfield. Starting to push it up. Here is Palmisano.
Offsides by a mile.
That's going to be offside. Hockey got there first, though, so play will continue. And Carranza off of his head. And the Lancers trying to keep the ball from going the direction it's going. That's not going to be offside. And another opportunity here for Palmisano. Then he gets bumped down. And Collinsville is going to have a free kick from about 25 yards out.
That was crushed.
Yeah. Palmisano got ran into by a Mack truck. Crumpled down to the ground, but he's already up. He's all right. And we'll see if Collinsville can turn this little 25-yarder into a goal.
Chris Munoz territory.
Yep. Palmisano looked like he was going to be off to the races there for a minute.
Sure did. Let's see what Chris sees here once this wall gets set up. He can bend this to this near side post.
Munoz takes a shot and just over that near side post. And we haven't had a shot on goal here in the second half, have we?
Well, he scored.
Well, yeah, that counts.
Had to score. I had to shoot to score.
Well, it wasn't on goal. It was past the goal. Past the goalkeeper anyway. Yeah, that's the only shot though, right? I mean,
I think so.
This game has been very lacking in the shot department, that's for sure. But hey, you know what? Anytime you can take 3 shots on goal and score twice, I'll take it.
It's a good percentage.
Yeah. Throw in comes for Collinsville right at the end of their bench. And they'll throw it up the sideline, and they'll get knocked right back into the golf cart rolling up the track over there. So nice job with the stop by the driver of the golf cart.
These parents are having fun down
there.
there.
They were sitting behind a bunch of students, too. Normally the students don't have anything to do with the parents. And in front, and a scoop up by Hockey. I'm not even sure if that was a shot. I think it was just a ball that got away.
It was a throw-in. It was a ball that bounced inside the 18, right past Rodrigo, right past Juan Carlos. Nobody got a foot on it, and they were wide open.
There is a nice little chip, and Juan Carlos Doria is going to have an opportunity. He'll take a shot from an off angle, and he'll send it high and wide. He had somebody coming right up the middle, too.
Yeah.
I believe that was Palmisano.
Better option might have been to cut that ball back to his left foot and slot one right across that 6-yard box, 18 or at the PK mark, and have a better opportunity.
Up the sideline and back. Oh, Munoz doing the splits over there.
Here we go.
And an opportunity for Collinsville, and a ball rolls. Hockey man got out that right arm and stopped that ball before it had a chance to get any farther.
Juan Carlos getting dangerous here in the last couple minutes. I'm waiting for him to probably get one before this night's over.
In the meantime, the Lancers are looking for their first shot on goal. Carranza will stop that progression. Comes out here to midfield for Ga. And now back to the two back defenders here for the Lancers. Up into the circle. Marone sends the ball up. Collinsville's defense sends it right back. To midfield, far side, in between the two benches. Hasn't been a lot of substitutions in this game either.
No, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more free flow subbing in that first half, but not so much the second half.
TJ Carter with it. Turns around.
Number 9.
And finds Jackson Kiefner.
Okay.
I don't think I've called his name all year. If I have, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a few games, and usually he's playing a forward position, I believe, not a wing back.
I remember that name from his, I think his sister played for the girls.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Went on to play at Swick for a year or two.
We are approaching 16 minutes left to play here in the second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. And that ball in front of the 18-yard box, but doesn't make it very much farther than that. I guess the word got out that I fixed my connection because now I'm back up over 20 people.
There you go.
Free kick coming up for Collinsville, but it's going to be from about 70 yards away. Instead, they'll just pass it on over here to Kiefner. And the junior sends it over to TJ Carter, who finds Enrique Carranza. Carranza will send it back to the middle of the field, and that is Jake McIntyre. McIntyre over to the far side for Wilkinson. Wilkinson's pretty much played this whole game as well.
Yeah. And he's one that's kind of been seeing spotty time throughout the season.
Yeah.
You know, he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's played 70 minutes plus,
Yeah.
or 65 minutes.
All the way back out to midfield off of the top of Mr. Wilkinson's head. Evan Wilkinson, his senior season. Here is Munoz. Munoz tried to punch the ball up to Palmisano, but got a little too much on it. Palmisano trying to wrestle it away. He couldn't. Back out to midfield it goes. And over on the far side and out of bounds. It'll belong to Collinsville right in front of the Belleville East bench.
Mikey Ortiz. Tyler Hunterbrinker enter the match.
TJ Carter and I believe Palmisano went out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Up the line it goes in front of the Kahok bench. A little double team action there, and Belleville East gets Collinsville off the ball. And the Lancers look to make that turn upfield. They do to midfield, and Carranza steps in the way, takes care of things. Now over to Hernandez Mendoza. And Ortiz was there as well, up the sideline and out of bounds.
Gosh, between Rodrigo and JC, it's so hard to tell those two apart with those blonde streaks.
I know. Carranza overplayed that ball, but Collinsville got a foot on it, not enough to get it to go anywhere. And now in front of the 18-yard box, a chance for Belleville East, and a shot that goes high. And the Lancers looking for that first shot on goal still. Parents are telling them it's going to happen.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, Braden Henson ready for another goal kick restart. 13:20 left to play here in this second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kayoks with a goal in each half. Nothing but white clothes back there for that one, and Collinsville will send the ball back out to midfield. Doria trying to wrestle it away from Hogue. And then it makes its way up onto the foot of Ga. Collinsville gets it back, and a little pass from Hernandez Mendoza.
He wants that one back.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He wants that one back because Juan was making that run, but he was just a step or two behind Rodrigo's pass.
Yep. Got a little bit too much on it and kicked it a little bit too much to the side instead of up the field. So a throw in coming up here for the Lancers. And out to midfield it goes, trying to track that ball down. I don't even have a number 18 on my roster.
Rodrigo's got a motor, man. He just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
That's somebody that would have been, a really good depth piece for that Collinsville team last year when we were hurting for subs and forward subs at that. Rodrigo could have helped based on what I've seen this year.
12 minutes to go here in the second half. Throw in coming from Collinsville, right in between the benches. Up the line it goes, and then a couple of bodies run into each other. Belleville East gets a hold of the ball, and they'll send it out of bounds, and Collinsville will have yet another throw in from between the benches. Tuesday at O'Fallon. Thursday at home against Granite City. That's what we have coming up for you next week. Here's another opportunity for Collinsville, and they called it offsides. How many offsides have we had tonight? About five or six?
6 at least.
Yeah.
That's got to frustrate Coach. I mean, it would frustrate me.
I got an email from Clay Smith today that apparently the O'Fallon JV team is going to be playing in a tournament on Tuesday, so they moved the freshman game up to take that place. So the freshmen will play first at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, and then the varsity will take the field at 6:30. They'll tap that one back to hockey, and hockey will put a leg into it immediately, but it only goes up goes higher than it does, higher in yardage than it did in length. Out to midfield it goes. And Grant Stalled will send the ball up. Collinsville trying to track it down, and here is Giovanni Mann. He's with the ball. He'll send the ball all the way down. Nice little kick there. It sends hockey all the way back into the 18-yard box. Too bad he couldn't have kicked it a little farther. Got it over hockey's head. He wouldn't have had a chance. We approach 10 minutes left to play here in this second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Ty Starko with the first half goal, and Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza with the second half. Collinsville dangerous again in the box and never could get a shot off. They were double teamed all over Juan Carlos Doria.
That's what teams are going to have to do, and that's what Collinsville needs to get used to seeing is you're going to see double teams and man marking of Chris and Juan, as we enter the final stages of the season into the playoffs. And, we got to have players like Rodrigo step up and fill that void.
And all the way over in front of the Belleville East bench, Collinsville will have a throw in. They throw it down right at midfield and right to Giovanni Mann. And then Munoz couldn't hold it in. He still goes after it, though, and does get a hold of it and got an opportunity. I thought for a minute there that he was going to tap it over to Doria, and Doria was going to tap it back to him as he was on the run, but it never did materialize.
Those two boys have a chemistry together. They've been playing together for a long time. They kind of know where each other's going to be. That's a good ball.
Here is Collinsville. Hunter Breaker comes in, circles around over on the far side of the 18-yard box, and then has the ball taken away from him. Comes all the way back out to Chris Munoz. Munoz will send the ball back to the defense, and here is Kiefner. Kiefner sends it over here to the sideline to Ortiz. Ortiz was trying to send it back to the middle, but got taken off of that ball. And the Lancers will try to bring the ball up. 8.5 to go here in this second half. Collinsville up 2-0. Goal in each half thus far. And the Lancers still looking for a little offensive traction. Here is Marone. He'll send it over here, excuse me, to this side to Hogue. Up it goes. Carranza will send it back to McIntyre. McIntyre all the way back out to midfield where it's picked up by Bauman. Bauman sends it over to a teammate and then gets the ball right back, does Bauman. He'll pop it up over on the far sideline and does a nice job getting back to the ball before it goes out of bounds. Collinsville comes up with it. It's going to be a throw-in over there for Belleville East. This is when things can get dangerous.
Especially if you got a long thrower in that territory.
I kind of figured they were going to throw it that way instead of that way. They didn't. Collinsville gets the ball back, and they'll send the ball back out to midfield. Comes to Ortiz. Ortiz sends it up, but now they're a little gun shy there, man. Hunterbringer was like looking left, looking right, and he was like, I'm already past him. I got to slow down. You know that's the last thing a high school soccer player wants to do is slow down. There is Wilkinson, sends the ball up to Munoz. Munoz, a little no-look pass, trying to spring Hunterbrinker, and offside the call once again.
Come on. I think JC's been probably one of the leading violators. He's a veteran player. He's got to be better than that. Sorry.
I've seen more offsides in the soccer game tonight than I've seen in most football games. All the way up and out of bounds. A little bit of a miss hit there by Giovanni Mann, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Lancers. .6:20 left to play here in this second half. Throw in coming from Donovan Dunham. Dunham, nice long throw right in the front of the 18-yard box. Kicked out by Collinsville. Doria trying to wait for it to settle down, and he has that ball taken off of his feet. Now Munoz finds it, and Munoz will send it over to the far side for Wilkinson. Wilkinson sends it up the sideline right in front of the Belleville East bench. Now back out to midfield. Gets kicked back the other way by the Lancers. And then it finds Juan Carlos Doria, who tried a little no-look side kick over to Ortiz, but it never made it to him. And now Juan Carlos Doria and Ortiz hook it up. Chris Munoz. Munoz tries to send it over to the far sideline, but didn't get enough of it to send it completely over there. So the Lancers have another opportunity until Wilkinson sends it out of bounds in between the benches. 5.5 to go here in this second half. Collinsville leading 2-0. Ty Starko gets the first half goal, and Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza gets the little breathing room goal here in the second half.
It looked to me like Juan Carlos had developed some tired legs there in the last couple minutes, earning the break now. Subbed out by Paul Mazzano.
Yep, him and Munoz go out. Ooh, that one hit somebody. Kahawks have it in front of the Lancers bench, and Carter throws it in. And then back out of bounds once again. Up the sideline and out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for the Lancers. This one will be in front of their bench. And they'll throw the ball into Marone, and Marone couldn't continue, and he has to come back for the ball and send it back to the Lancers defense. Now the Lancers defense having a hard time holding it in, so they'll send it back to Hockey. Hockey will sky this one to midfield. TJ Carter there, but it misses him and his defender that was all over him, and then that one's offside too, should be. No, not going to call that one, are we? Here is Riley. Riley just outside the box, and Collinsville kicks it out over the end line, and Belleville East is going to have their first corner kick. Collinsville has only had one of those as well.
It's been a rare night where you just haven't had those.
Yeah. Shots on goal and corner kicks, hard to come by tonight. Lancers will get their first one, see if they can do anything with it as we approach 3.5 minutes to play here in this second half. And the ball on the way. It stays on the ground. Gosh. I've never seen a corner kick stay on the ground like that. That was more like bowling. All the way back out toward the midfielders area, and that is Riley with it. And he gets taken off the ball for a second. It misses everybody, including the Collinsville players, and nobody seems to want to do anything with the ball here. Here is Stalled. Stalled trying to work himself around. That is off of the arm of one of Collinsville's players. That was off of Ortiz. I'm surprised they didn't call that. Out front it goes. Collinsville catches up with it first. Here is Giovanni Mann. Collinsville's got 3-on-3 going on over here. Mann brings it up. And then we'll send it just a little bit too far. Hockey gets there first, and he'll send it out of bounds in between the benches as we have about 2.5 minutes left to play here in this second half. Collins are looking for their third win in a row.
That'd be a winning streak.
That's what you call a winning streak. It's been done before.
Must be a movie line for something.
Major League.
Major League, okay. That the coach with the mustache?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gruff looking guy?
Yeah. Looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lou.
Yeah, he looks like a Lou.
Yeah. Funny movie.
Been a long time.
Yeah.
That's a nice ball. That's
Yeah,
a
it
nice
is.
flick.
Nice little flick off of the back of the foot, and then Hockey tries to come out there and kick the ball. I think he kicked the person before he kicked the ball. We're down to 1:45 to play here in this second half. That ball ends up going out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. And up the line it goes. And then back out of bounds it goes. And a throw-in coming up here for Belleville East. Comes up the line and onto the foot of Stalled. Stalled in the middle, takes a shot, and that one will go wide, near side post and out of bounds. And a goal kick restart coming up here for Braden Hinson as we approach 1 minute to go here in this second half.
As this clock winds down, it was not a pretty win, not a lot of action.
No.
But, a win is a win, right?
That's
And
right.
move on for another day and build for regionals.
Yep. Tuesday at O'Fallon. We are scheduled to be there to bring you that game. And then the Paz Cup coming up on Thursday, 1 week from tonight at Collinsville. Granite City against Collinsville. And then, wouldn't you know it, same two teams will face each other in the playoffs in the first round. These Lancers will take on the Alton Redbirds in the play-in game. And the winner of that game gets to take on Belleville West. Hinson sends it back down as we have 10 seconds left to go in the match. Collinsville is going to hold on and win this one by a final score of 2-0, and a 3-game win streak is what Collinsville will take with them into Tuesday's match at O'Fallon. All right, sir. Well, like you said, it wasn't the prettiest of games, but a win is a win is a win.
Yep, win is a win. It wasn't exciting except for the first 2 minutes with the head ball goal, but you know what? It's one game at a time, as Coach Loogie would always say, and we try not to look too far ahead. So we go into O'Fallon, try and keep positive momentum, go into Paz Cup, go into regionals against Granite. We'll be good to go.
Hope that Ty Starko can get past his injury and be with us for the rest of the way, if not at least by the start of the playoffs.
Yeah, keep him healthy. I
Yeah.
mean, rest him until then if you have to.
Yep. All right, sir. Thank you very much. We'll see you
sir.
Tuesday.
All right.
All right. That is Brett Borm, and it is time now for the post-game show brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, great services served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street is where you will find LC's Pub, right across the, well, depending on which way you're coming from Caseyville, right across the bridge. From Collinsville, it's right before you get to the bridge. At any rate, if you would like some carry-out food, you can give them a call at 618-855-9007. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back to Belleville East High School. Collinsville wins this one here tonight by a final score of 2-0. And Brady O'Neill, one of the assistant coaches, joining us in the old press box. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, I'm happy to be here, Todd, and good to see you back at some soccer games.
Well, you know, I can't go to St. Louis and do stuff.
Well,
they don't allow me across the river.
Hey, what can I say about that?
Yeah. All right, so talk to me. Ty Starko gets a header about a minute and 20 seconds after this game starts. And then kind of right after that, he goes out. So I know that Coach was kind of waiting to see how he was feeling during warm-up. So I'm guessing he was okay to start and then not so much after.
Yeah, so first of all, good goal and great ball from Jake. Jake's been playing some good balls from the middle of the field into the box. And good for Ty to be using his head. He's been doing that a lot recently, putting some balls into the back of the net. When it comes to him coming out after that goal, just felt a little pain, but kind of more precautionary than anything. We have a couple more very important games before playoffs, so just trying to get all of our guys healthy.
Yeah, that's what we were speculating up here. We're like, why bring him back in if you don't have to? So
Yep.
you didn't have to. All right, and then nice little pass from Giovanni Mann to Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza in the second half, and boy, oh boy, it felt great to get that second goal and get some breathing room.
Yes, absolutely. We talked at halftime about making sure we continue to play and, get another goal, because an 8 o'clock start game would not be fun if we were playing into overtime or to even PK. So we were happy to get that second goal, and hopefully everyone can get home safe, and good to add on there.
Yeah, here. I'll second the motion on no overtime and no PKs, man. Those things take forever. As long as when we start at 6:30, it seems like it takes forever. All right, man. So now you got to talk to me about your defense, because according to my stats, Belleville East did not have a shot on goal all night.
I had the exact same thing. I had no shots as well from the stats that I took, and shout out to everyone on our back line. Also, especially with Ty not being there the whole entire time, Jake seamlessly moved back in to that sleeper spot with having the 4 in front. Good job for Henson. He did a great job communicating from that goal position, and just all around good game for our boys.
Yeah, well, the only thing you can't complain about is Henson didn't get any work.
Yep. No, and that's fine. That's fine. I think that if we could go all season without having the one shot on goal, we'd all be happy. So,
yeah.
But no, good defensive effort from our boys, and I think the second half was a better defensive effort than the first. But overall, good win.
All right, man. Well, I got the games next week. We're at O'Fallon on Tuesday, and then back home against Granite City on Thursday. I'll see you both of those.
All right, looking forward to it, Todd. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Brady O'Neill, everyone, one of the assistant coaches for Rob Luggie, and that is going to do it for us here tonight. Collinsville wins this one by a score of 2-0, and they improve their overall record to 7-8-1 and 6-3 in conference play. We're back at you tomorrow. Football week number 7. Marion coming to town for the homecoming game. We'll be on the air at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Another big thank you to Brett Borm joining me on the microphone, Chris Kettler on the camera, and another big thank you to our 2 interviewees, Rob Luggie in the pregame show and Brady O'Neill in the postgame show. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow night, everyone enjoy the rest of your Thursday.